Generative AI. To put it bluntly, it's kind of everywhere. With the rise of ChatGPT, Midjourney, and other programs, it's easier than ever to access these powerful AI tools. Now everybody and their dog can exploit these tools to make stuff that would otherwise need years of craft. I'm an artist. I make music, I write, I make video. And with these tools becoming not only easier to use, but also increasingly adopted, I have a bit of a dilemma. Do we embrace AI and accept the future handed to us, or do we reject it to preserve our humanity? Some of you are optimistic, and some of you aren't. And while I try to keep an open mind, I can't help but worry. Am I just being stubborn about change? Also, hi, I'm Dylan. In case you're not somehow aware of generative AI, here's a quick primer. When I'm referring to generative AI, I'm talking about programs that can generate various content through human prompts. By simply typing in keywords to an interface like ChatGPT, you can receive a typed sort of response to your prompt. Ask it to suggest viral YouTube video ideas or act as a deranged chef on a cooking show, and it'll spit out a full typed out response. ChatGPT with its language and text prompts is just one example. You have programs like Midjourney and Stable Diffusion that generate images, 15 AI for voices, and Runway for text to video. And there's also like a bazillion other ones. As I mentioned before, I do a lot of art stuff. I write videos and I make music. So with all these tools coming out, I got a bit curious. I know I'm a bit late, but I asked ChatGPT to do 2 prompts. Number 1, generate 5 exciting travel activities to do in the city of Vancouver. Word it like a travel guide on a professional travel blog. The target audience is middle-aged customers. And 2, write a script for a YouTube video essay. The video is about the positive and negative effects of social media on youth. Add 21st century humor jokes to the script to appeal to Gen Z. I'm only going to read a little bit of it, but I've linked the full text in the description. No boy. Okay, I don't have this voice for nothing. Exploring Vancouver. 5 unforgettable travel activities for the discerning middle-aged God damn it. For the discerning middle-aged adventurer. Welcome to the vibrant city of Vancouver, where urban sophistication meets natural splendor. For the discerning middle-aged traveler, Vancouver offers a treasure trove of experiences that blend culture, nature, and relaxation. Embark on a journey of discovery with these 5 exciting travel activities that are sure to leave you enchanted and rejuvenated. I don't know about that last part. Let's skip to the Robson section because I'm familiar with that. Number 3. Gourmet expedition on Robson Street. Unleash your inner foodie on Robson Street, a culinary paradise offering a delectable array of dining options. This bustling street boasts an impressive lineup of restaurants serving cuisine from around the world. Embark on a gourmet expedition. Alright, all things considered, that's not bad. Like, it really does sound like a tourism promotion from the city of Vancouver. The flow of the text is quite natural, and the language it uses is, marketable. With, a dash of corporate. Perfect for this kind of content, really. Okay, maybe any of you who do, like, professional copy are kind of rolling your eyes right now, but to a layman like me, I'm not exactly a professional, it looks pretty good. I probably wouldn't give it a second thought. However, when it comes to the second prompt, things start to fall apart a little bit. God, I'm dreading reading this one. I can't take this seriously. Here's the title. Scrolling Through Life, the highs and lows of social media for Gen Z. This is a video essay, by the way. Hey there, digital dynamos and meme maestros. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving deep into the swirling sea of social media and its effects on our awesome Gen Z squad. Buckle up, because we're about to explore the epic highs and the occasional faceplants that come with navigating the virtual universe. Cut to the host standing in front of a green screen with images of popular social media platforms floating around. What's up, party people? I'm your guide to this journey, and let me tell you, it's gonna be lit. But first, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell, cause FOMO isn't just a word anymore, it's a lifestyle. I don't want to read this anymore. Here, I'll read the conclusion. Closing scene, host giving a thumbs up with a big grin. Thanks for joining me on this wild ride through the digital wonderland. Don't forget to smash that like button and comment below. What's your fave and least fave thing about social media? Till next time, stay rad and stay real, my Gen Z comrades. Okay, unless you drench this text in like 50 layers of Sarcastic irony. This is not funny. It's actually bad. It's insulting. It does definitely feel like something that like some out of touch exec might write to appeal to a certain audience. It's words, I suppose, but it's definitely marketable and corporate. That's where we are right now. One of the big critiques with ChatGPT and other related programs is that it sounds too robotic or too corporate. I mean, while it's pretty rough in its current state, what about tomorrow? And these prompts were written with the free version of ChatGPT, notably still on its GPT 3.5 model. What happens when GPT-4 gets released to the wider public? And notwithstanding any of the questionable decisions made in the second text, we've already seen how pretty good it is already. And with the rate that generative AI is developing, it's no longer a question of how many years until we can't tell the difference, how many years until it gets real good. It's more like how many months, weeks, days even. Like, sure, it might suck today, but like, what about literally tomorrow? The hypothetical better AI likely already exists. When conversational AI and art generators exploded onto the scene, it's not like they just suddenly got good. These things take time to develop, so the developers will just push when they're ready. And I've just been talking about OpenAI's product for the last 6 minutes. So what about everything else? You've seen the Pope jacket picture, the president voice changer parodies, and the Tom Cruise deepfake, which 2 years ago was hard as hell to pull off. But now we have a very real problem of deepfake porn videos, which is not going away anytime soon. You can only imagine how this can be used elsewhere. And there's the trouble. If generative AI gets so good at doing all of these tasks, where does that leave us, people? Where does that leave the artists, the music producers, the writers, the actors? I get how frustrating it is for people who hone a craft to be suddenly undermined by like some keywords in a couple minutes of work. Like, imagine you get laid off after building a career for years, all because AI is cheaper and good enough, which I imagine a lot of you have felt that. What's even worse is that these AI models are trained on existing human work, by artists without their consent. It doesn't make anything on its own because it has to come from somewhere. The language, art, music, many of them are just mixing and spitting out whatever content they can find available, often without consent from the original artists. This is wrong. Why should such a human endeavor, art, be replaced by machines merely parroting other works? AI should have no place in the human venture that is art, is what I might have used to say.
Is it the same girl? It's the hat.
And the strap.
Let's see if it can. I think it can handle two. You're gonna be a girl, but I'm Wait, what?
Oh.
You're gonna be a girl. Oh, switched up. No, I see. You're the one holding the phone. You're the one holding the phone. He's the one holding the phone. He's the one holding the phone.
No.
I have a beard. Dude, I think no. Do an angry face. Do an angry face. That's not angry. You will get a girl.
I'm blonde now.
Yeah.
He's gonna mix me and say.
I hope it doesn't make me.
I'm angry. Just made me. No.
Go, bro.
No.
Hey.
No. Okay.
When it gets back to glasses.
They know.
It knows you.
It knows.
It has the database.
I had a conversation with a friend recently about this very topic, and it got me thinking, maybe a little too much. My reactionary take is that we reject AI in art indiscriminately. AI must not have any place in art. It's a human endeavor. But after listening to quite a few opinions on AI art from both proponents and opponents, I'm a little more open. Okay, think of the printing press. Up until its invention, recording information involved highly skilled scribes in monasteries. I'm oversimplifying, but recorded works were more or less gatekept by elites. Elites, making it inaccessible. Then, Gutenberg's printing press comes along. Suddenly, knowledge is able to be distributed much more freely. Books would become widespread, and Now voices otherwise unheard can now spread their message. The very same critiques made towards generative AI were also once directed at the printing press. Around the time when the printing press was invented, like 15th, 16th century, Abbot Johannes Trimethius, in his work In Praise of Scribes, vilifies the then brand new books. He who ceases from zeal for writing because of printing is no true lover of the scriptures. Trimethius makes the claim that because the act of scribing, writing, is more skillful and difficult, it invalidates printing and should be disregarded, which is completely ridiculous to us. Next, what about radio? Wasn't it supposed to be a distraction that would diminish student performance? Then why did it become a revolutionary way to communicate messages? What about social media? Are the mental health and productivity effects valid criticisms, or is it just elitist fear-mongering to preserve legacy media? Isn't your phone, email, your computer supposed to be killing you right now? Or is embracing its addictiveness and overwhelming nature our future? I mean, Plato was against writing stuff down because we'd forget things more. That's wild. Do you see the point I'm making? Maybe we as artists are wrong. Maybe we are to stubborn elites as AI art is to the printing press. If everybody has a powerful tool to create, to bring to life what they otherwise couldn't without years of craft, isn't that a good thing? Maybe, just maybe, people in 50 years will look back and find the AI art debate puzzling. Like, I can't imagine life without the internet because I grew up with it. I mean, it must have been crazy hard to find information. How did anybody live like that? Following this very same logic, AI art maybe should be celebrated as a tool to, I don't know, democratize creativity. But at the same time, I, as someone who makes art, dislike the unhuman nature of AI, saying it's not real art. Just like that Abbot Trimethius. I want more people to make, to bring to life their creative ideas because it's wonderful. But why do I feel such resistance against the very tool that might do that? Am I, or are we any better than those scribe gatekeepers, those radio naysayers, those internet cynics? Are we the ones preventing meaningful change? Again, do we embrace AI and accept our future handed to us, or do we reject it to embrace or to preserve our humanity? Whatever. I don't know, and that bothers me. Through conversations with historian Elizabeth Eisenstein, Cullen Murphy from The Atlantic writes this: "We no longer register the impact of the printing press because we have no easy way to retrieve the ambient sensation of before. We're in the middle of a big turning point of history right now. At some point in the future, either AI art dies in the mainstream and goes the way of Bitcoin, or the world is forever changed, becoming an indispensable tool, one that humanity can never imagine living without again. I'm definitely not well-read enough to even guess which way it'll go, and I definitely don't think anyone really knows for certain. So far, I've been presenting AI as a very disruptive tool, something that'll change the world, but like I said earlier, there's a very real possibility that generative AI goes the way of cryptocurrency. You know, big ambitions, tools made widely available, hyped up and commercialized. There's quite a few parallels to be seen here. A couple years ago, Bitcoin got huge. It's happened before, but this one was big. Idealists pitched this technology as one that would change banking and finance forever. Obviously, that didn't really pan out. Zealots may still sing the praises of Bitcoin and monkey pictures, but the general public will be wary of cryptocurrency for a long time. I don't have a crystal ball, so I have no idea whether generative AI will fail or not. As someone who got roped into the idealist cryptocurrency rhetoric, I and many other people really did want to believe in magic internet money. And look what happened. But there's a silver lining to all of this. Even if, to the dismay of many, AI art takes over as the dominant medium, human art will never die. Art is first a passion. If someone lacks the passion needed to bring their ideas to life, then it's simply a job. People make art for fun, and they'll keep doing so. Film photography is still a big domain despite the rise of digital cameras. Calligraphy is practiced despite printers. Websites built from just HTML and CSS will be made, even with the bazillions of JavaScript frameworks and website builders. People will continue to use the tools most appropriate to their vision. People will continue to impose themselves with limits to push their creative skills. People will continue to make.
Five, four, three, two, one. With all that said, I think I'm becoming a little more open-minded about AI art, as hard as it is. I'll maintain ethical criticisms of it. I think it's definitely not okay for AI models to be trained on works from non-consenting authors. Everyone involved should be on board, and I certainly think that we should have some way of preventing or punishing malicious use, like legislature. Maybe, like any powerful tool, this will be used by people with malicious intent. We're gonna be seeing a lot of unethical use, so we better buckle down and find a solution. Just like we did with the equally crazy dawn of the internet. While I did the ChatGPT stuff, I did find an AI music generator, Sonra.io source. I had it spit out a couple of tracks, and you know what? I liked it. I think it sounded really good. And the best part, it seems like the works they trained the AI on are created in-house. Nothing without artists' consent. If it allows people to indulge in the joy of music making without the admittedly steep technical hurdles, while respecting artists, I think I'm okay with that. If tools like these, tools that respect people and grant powerful abilities are given to everyone, from skilled auteurs to fresh beginners, I'd say that's a win-win. Anyway, I'm gonna go create some art. Wanna join me? Oh, you don't know how? That's okay, it's easy and it's fun. Come on. Thanks for watching this episode of Sunfish. What you're hearing right now is Apple's personal voice feature. I downloaded the iOS 17 beta just for this stupid bit, so I hope it paid off.
I'm not going to be doing that for the foreseeable future, so don't worry. You'll still hear me. You'll still hear my very questionable inflections and enunciation. But yeah, I hope this opens some kind of discussion. I don't know. I just see doom and gloom around the AI space and among artists too, for good reason, right? It's scary. This is all new stuff, and I'm scared too. So yeah, let me know what you think. If you like this video, please give it a like, subscribe, comment, and all that stuff. Who gives a shit about the notification bells? You don't have to see every video I make. Go do something. I'm outside. Go take a walk or make some smoothies or something. So see you later.